week of school. Hi, this week I wanted to share with you what homeschooling is really like. It can be full of joy and excitement, but it can also be full of frustration and, well, tantrums. Evan, put your boots on, we're going to the library. There's the I don't want to do my work. Put your finger on your number line and count back. Come on.
I did it.
You can do it. Hunter, what's wrong? Or I don't want to pay attention. Evan, you need to get back up in your seat, please.
I'm gonna get my pencil.
All right, hurry up. Do it quick. What are you doing right now?
I'm gonna get the cut.
You can't just cut anything you want. You have to cut pictures that begin with B. Come on. I'll help you find some pictures. What?
Can I just borrow that?
Repeating yourself 100 times. Again. 1. Your turn. Color. Oh, don't go past the line. Focus on your work. 9, take away 3.
I'm not right there.
Okay. 9, take away 6. Evan, your turn. Come over here, please. Where's your pencil? Come get it. Come get your pencil. Where did it go?
What's it?
Get it and come over here. It's my turn. My turn. 2. Come over here now. Stay in the room. Then the toddler runs off and the baby's crying. Half the time I only have one arm to teach with because the other arm is holding the baby. We're going to have an A and a B equal to something, and we have 38 and we have 4. All right, 38 and 4. Let's just say it is subtraction. Let's just say, for example. So 38 minus 4. And then there's just life interruptions. Like this week, the older kids are going back to college and we are dog sitting. We have a furry visitor.
Okay.
Welcome to school.
It looks like he wants to join us.
Hey Creed, you making lunch for us?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm losing my helper tomorrow. He's starting college, 2nd year.
Yes.
I'm gonna cry. What are you doing, Leah?
I am doing calculus homework.
Life just keeps going and the laundry just keeps piling up, but the biggest thing that I've learned that helps me stay sane is to pre-plan and stay organized. Usually on the Saturday before the week starts, I'll spend that night pre-planning and getting everything together. So I wanted to show you what goes into pre-planning for the next week of school. Here we are pre-planning. We have the sheet of all their subjects and what they're supposed to be doing. And I go through every week of the day, starting with where we had left off from the previous week. And I skim through their books to see what their lesson's going to be, check out the problems, and see if they might need extra help in that section. I write down the pages that they'll be doing under the appropriate block, and then anything extra, anything we need to be doing that day will go in this big calendar. And I just wanted to show you the teacher's guides. So they're in their first unit. I just wanted to show you the teacher guides because that is a big question about homeschool is how do you know what to teach? Well, in the first part of the unit, they give you materials you might need, additional learning activities, and that follows through each section. And then this is what the answer key looks like. So sometimes if it's an easy answer, pretty straightforward, you'll just get the answer, but a lot of times you will get it actually worked out for you. So if the student is struggling, you can help them and actually walk through the problem with them. Health is defined by horizons, is your mind, body, spirit, and also your relationships with other people. And I really believe that this creates a well-rounded, very healthy-minded child. And as you can see, lesson 1 is God loves me. Talks about the differences in everyone. It goes a lot into later on how to make healthy decisions, how to maintain your health based upon God's provisions. So we absolutely love this. As we go through the activity book, it comes with a teacher's guide, and you can walk through the goals and lessons, and then it also comes with a workbook for the students to work out of. And a lot of these questions are difficult questions or just thought-provoking questions that lead into greater understanding. For health, we use the Horizons Physical Education and Curriculum as well, and this happens to be the middle school book. And it goes through a lot of fun different activities, and then I just want to show you the lesson planning real quick. It gives you suggestions for the lesson plan to go through. Some of these we can't do because we just don't have the resources, the javelins and different odd activities, but a lot of it is totally doable, really fun drills to do. If they give a sport, it lays out all the goals, all the rules, what they should accomplish, and of course my kids love the gymnastics. It gives different little picture people on how you should do things, and so they really get into this and they have a good time. Switched On Schoolhouse is a program, computer-based, that we use for our electives. So the child will come on the Switched On Schoolhouse portal and they'll find their name and log on. And the good thing about Switched On Schoolhouse is that it actually does a lot of the grading and the teacher's work for you. You have a separate portal for the teacher, and then you can go in there, you can set parameters, set assignments, and you can see the grades, all the questions that they missed or that they got right, and different things, and you can assign different subjects. So it is very helpful. It does cut down on a lot of the time that you have to grade and do things like that. But then again, I'm just not all for all computer-based. I still believe in the old-fashioned books. And here you have, when you come on as a student, they're taking secondary Spanish. So they'll click the next lesson of the day, and here you can see they have reading. It'll speak to you.
Uno, dos,
and after
una línea.
After they've gone through their lesson, they'll usually have some questions that they'll have to answer, and then they'll have to get those right before they can continue on. Okay, so here they can stay current with what their grade is. Let's close out of this. And if they come down here, secondary Spanish, she currently has a 96%. If you click on that, Unit 1, you can see everything she's done. And she skipped the cheese enchiladas, but we'll get to that. For our music program, we don't have a set curriculum that we purchased, a box curriculum per se. But what I can show you is what I do for things that I don't have a box curriculum. I go on the internet and I research standards of learning for the school system and try to model activities off of that. But we also use some computer-based programs for fun that we just supplement in there. This is the Interactive Musician. This is for a little bit older than elementary school children. But here, if I went to the Standards of Learning for the Virginia government and I looked up the music program, here they could say that kindergartners should be able to accomplish these goals. Then I'll pick something for the week and we'll try to find an activity to match those standards. That's what I do for subjects that we don't necessarily have a box curriculum for. We also are teaching the kids to read music and play on the piano, and we buy those type of learning books from the actual music store. So they have a little bit of an instrument to do, a little bit of music concepts, and then some fun educational interactive type either apps or computer-based programs. So even if we don't accomplish everything for that week, we have a goal, we have something in mind that we're doing. And also, I don't try to plan out farther than a week at a time because we may not accomplish everything, and then that gives us a little bit of flexibility to start over during the next week.
Making the workman
Okay,
speak.
stop, please. What was 5?
Proper now.
Okay. Go ahead, keep going.
And making the
Grading. Can I say yuck, yuck? It is my most unfavorite thing to do. It's horrible. Usually if I'm gonna get some tears from my older ones, it's going to be during the grading process. They are going to argue, they are going to cry on why they didn't get all of their points and why I should give them to them, but I usually try to stay pretty tough and fair at the same time. I mean, really? Do you need to cry? You're homeschooled. The best thing that I could have ever done was teach my children to log their own grades. Yep, you got a 93 in language arts. Okay, so after I have graded, they can go ahead and log the grade and I can move on and I can help another child. Some things that I think are really important to build into our homeschool day as we are training up our children and the way that they should go is character building. Time for a character book. This book is about Karen and her friend Lenny. Reading about Karen and Lenny can help you understand and deal with stealing. I want some of that candy, right? I want some of Lenny's candy. He has so much. He'll never miss what I take. What is she doing?
Taking his candy.
Is that right?
I want to see the pictures.
When you take something without permission and you don't ask, that is called what? What is it called? Stealing. Should we steal?
No.
No. Also try to model good behavior and use examples. We're on our first day of school and I don't know anyone. My name's Marion. I have braces and glasses. Would you guys like to be my friends?
Yeah.
And then probably the most important part of our day starts in the beginning with Bible study and prayer. My life from fear. What did you guys learn today?
that we shouldn't be afraid of the enemy. We should like pray that God would answer us, that He would talk to us, that we wouldn't be afraid of anything.
Your heads.
Dear God, I pray that we can have a good day today.
And of course, we try to work in some games for those not so fun subjects. Okay, we're playing a game. Points for the pronouns in their specific case. You're gonna write it down and raise up your board. If you're correct, you're gonna get a point. If you're wrong, it's gonna move to the next person and they will get 2 points if theirs is correct. Okay, you ready for the word?
Yeah.
This. Okay. Abigail is correct, and she was the first person to put it is demonstrative. This, that, and the. And we do try to get out. We plan some field trips, and we try to go to the library, but with 3 little boys, it is very hard. No running. Hunter. Shh. We basically just try sometimes to not lose our mind and have fun. All right, dance fight.
1, go!
So thank you for joining us this week. Next week, I am going to try to get some of the kids on camera to talk about how they feel about being homeschooled. Bye.